welcome, and well, we're at one of the best ever tournaments, the Emirates Dubai Sevens, and it's well, something that they don't really want to be in this final. It's the Shield semi-final between France and the USA. They've lost in the last 7 team met. They've only had 1 try between them, and the USA, well, they're having a problem going wrong. This has gone up really with the new full coach Matt Hawkins. They've scored 24 points against them, 152, and they've lost, of course, all their 4 games. Bit of an experiment in this lineup. You'll see that Miles Craigwell and Carlin Isles are starting up for a change. Key, of course, is Zach Test, and the debut of the man from Hawaii, Ryan Hansuka. And France, well, last year they were 4th time in the cup, and you just wonder where they are. Half of them were here, and they've got a new talent in, Vincent Martin from Toulon, 20-year-old, plays fullback or winger, and he was last season in the France international training squad for the 15s. But 6 of them, well, you could say they've played loads of games, loads of tournaments in France, and they aren't doing too well at the moment, unfortunately. There's the lineup of the United States. It's a disappointment, really, I have to say, USA, and I know France as well.
We spoke about it a little bit earlier, Nigel. In fact, during the Samoan game against France, perhaps the 2 most disappointing teams. And perhaps the third one, as you say, is in fact the US. Matt Hawkins, their new coach, will not be happy with their performances.
No, he can't. Referee Rhys Thomas, a doctor, busy man, believe me. He's at the University Hospital at Cardiff, and mix the rugby 7s as well. Very experienced now, and I don't know, I can't sometimes understand France. You know, when they were almost the same team playing in Port Elizabeth, and they were in the cup final, and here they're in the Shield semi-final.
Well, you've spoken about the unpredictability of their team too over the years, and well, it's the unpredictable one that's unfortunately pitched up for this tournament.
Vincent Martin had a nice pass there. Forward, and a little mistake there into the hands of Vincent Degnaud, the captain there. Always starts, and when he played first in London 2005, that's 8 years ago, a 31-year-old, and has played in both 2 Rugby World Cups, here in Dubai in 2009 and in Moscow as well.
Tones of La Marseillaise in the background, maybe that'll be the inspiration.
I don't think it's helped them. They've been playing it every time, and they've messed it up. It's nice to see them though, lovely. They come from down the lower the Pyrenees in the southwest.
Offside. This side, offside.
I think they probably get fed up with the anthem every time. Well, I shouldn't say that really, but they play it every time. And here's a chance, a real chance. Craigwell,
that's it.
Just short. There's the try. So a start. Bit of confidence perhaps for the USA. Well, new Punata.
Well, concerted effort from them in driving up to the line. Their cleaners did the necessary work there to open up the space for Nuu Punimata.
Yeah, a guy who came from the American Samoa. Likewise, of course, Ryan Hansuka, he's a player from Hawaii, so they're all come over the place. Of course, it's 3,000 across the whole country of the USA. There's Matt Hawkins in the Gold Coast. He was the player and the Hawk and the coach as well, and must be very disappointed.
Stay behind.
Yeah, it's not a good start for him. Not the sort of start he would have wanted. Both these teams have really got to focus on the mental side now too. It's second day, they're tired, they're playing for the lowly Shield, but they've got to stay in touch because there are points on offer for every team that plays at the 7s.
Well, perhaps a chance here to show how good he is Carlin Isles. Yes, quickest man ever seen in sevens rugby. And he's hardly ever, I can't remember where he started a game. But this is a chance for him.
Crouch. Bind. Set. Wreck, no hands, blue.
Pressure again. This is Duratalo. Then into the hands of Miles Craigwell.
Don't play.
Carlin Isles. Finata into the hands, little push through by Folanoa. Just missed it.
Play.
Not a bad effort.
And I'll play on it, touch the corner flag, but of course it's still in play.
Yep. And this is Vincent Enigo. France missing Manuel Daligne. Got a nasty face on his injury.
Ball's out.
So he's not playing at the moment. A little careless. Paul Albaladejo. This was not a bad effort here.
Yeah, wide ball, and then the little grubber through there from Folanio. Of course, with it touching the corner flag, the States had the presence, or rather France had the presence of mind to play it.
Duratalo again. This is Zaktest. He's been an absolutely important player in the last few years now.
Release, Slashy!
So many changes, that's the trouble. Not yet a team. And this is Miles Craigwell again. Zaktest into the hands of Punimata. Passing not so good, is it? Finally picked up by Punimata. Perhaps a chance here on the side of Zaktest. Didn't use it quickly really, but here's a chance. The break. Haitsuka. This is his debut in his tournament and his first try. This is the guy from Kamahamame in Hawaii. So a good chance for him. Lucky really there.
Absolutely dumped there, but route one then taken by Atsuka, and a lovely little swerve there to the right-hand side, which absolutely left Vincent Enigo for dead.
Another quick sprinter as well as Carlin Isles. He's a specialist in 400-meter runners. Atsuka then from the Oregon State, now living there. So that's 2 conversions, 2 tries, 14-0 in this first half, just a few seconds to go. Trouble is, there hasn't really been a sort of a team as yet. And perhaps, I suppose sensibly, Matt Hawkins is trying out these new players, and I don't know, it's no team that's been ever played anything like together.
I think your measure of success very often is determined by the depth in your squad and the quality in your squad too, where you can bring players on and you continue from where you left off. Sometimes when you're busy building a squad, it's a little bit tougher. You've got new players that maybe don't always understand, you know, your philosophy, but also haven't played enough together to understand each other.
And the opposite thing, of course, is with France, who are always almost the same players in every tournament.
Well, I mentioned earlier as well, Nigel, that they are an aging squad.
Yes, that is a good point.
You know, developing your next generation of 7 stars is crucial, but you can't just do that, you know, alone. You need to have a blend of youth and experience. You need to have the older players, you know, helping the younger ones along.
Into the hands of, this is the one new player, Vincent Martin. Oh, a knock on, unfortunately. Vincent Danu, the captain there, I think, thinks, well, to hell with it.
That tells the story.
It says it all.
That's the French story.
It says it all. Dear, oh dear. 14-0 half-time, US, at least leading at the moment.
Guys, it's been a long weekend for them too. Lift it, break through them, go. Look after that ball.
Stay in the line. As soon as we start coming out the line, that's when the mistakes make, okay? And we get gaps. Stay in that line defensive as you've been doing. Stay patient. Force them out wide. Then you smack them in the corner, okay? Stay on your feet. Let's go. Come on.
7 minutes and we get a win. So work as hard as you can for that win for your brother next to you. Let's go. Brothers on 3. 1, 2, 3.
Well, at least they're leading 14-0. France, I mean, extraordinary thing, Gavin, is that last year they were fourth. I mean, in the cup, they were really very close. They got into the cup semi-final and got finally fourth. And here they are in this Shield semi-final.
Yeah, and looking very ordinary too. You know, you heard from Matt Hawkins there talking about kicking too. And again, you know, I don't think there's enough of it, to be honest, Nigel. I'd love to see you as a former England scrum half just chipping it through for Colin Isles to run onto. And there's opportunity for them to do that.
It's far too hot for me to be playing. Yes, a long time ago. So, Vincent Inigo used to play very well for Bayonne and Castres. Hasn't really started in this tournament really very much at all. Just one conversion, playing the fly half roll. Of course, one key player missing France is Bourahua, who got injured. And this is better. Albaladejo. At last, something.
Well, we weren't listening in to what Frederick Pomerel had to say at halftime to the French team, but maybe that's just helped a little bit. Good running here from Paul Albaladejo, right up with the play. He's a good ball player, that man.
Well, he may have said to him, this is your last time, 2013.
He's disappointed with that kick. He's a very accurate kicker. And, well, there you saw Terry Borua's name on that list there of all-time point scorers. And in fact, it's a good point that, Nigel, in that he's a very much their playmaker and was for a long time.
Yes, absolutely.
A little bit like Phil Mack of Canada.
Good player, and it's a good carom. Yes, very similar. Good point. Inigo into the hands of Vincent Martin.
High tackle, 12.
Dangerous tackle.
High, keep him down.
9 behind at the moment. France.
You okay?
They could make it 12 with a kick at goal. It's probably going through their
That's their
thoughts.
best chance.
Day 2.
No, that's unkind.
Dead tired. Let's kick it over. They've
might
got to score
actually,
3 times to beat us.
Well, absolutely true. That would be quite sensible, honestly. Take them to 8 and 6 points difference then.
I'll tell you what else. They've got Julian Janet on the field. He's standing right very, very wide. He was calling for the potential cross kick from the penalty. But in the meanwhile, France are going to lose one of their players.
Yeah, that's a shame. This is the guy who's just come in as his debut, Vincent Martin. Here is Renaud Delmas. Always been quick, but wasn't sharp this tournament.
Go!
This play's done well. Julien Janet. Inigo.
Tackle it, play.
Certainly looking a bit more sharp, aren't they, at the moment? But it's a breakaway with Craigwell into the hands now of Follonoir. This is Zach Test. Now then, Carlin Isles. Can he get away? No, he's held. Duratalu.
No.
Tackled by Albaladejo. No chance then.
This is where you need Colin Isles alongside the man.
That is true.
High.
Set up by Follonoir.
Just don't
Quickly
get the
taken.
feeling, Nigel, that his role has been the right one.
Do you know what? Carlin Isles was going to kick that one towards the French goal, and he kicked it off the pitch. That was a big mistake. That's an unusual throw-in.
Time off.
Well, they're going to have to throw in again. There are a couple of changes being made at the moment with
4 and 12.
the States bringing Stephen Thomason on and also Nick Edwards.
Time back on. There.
Just look at those errors too, Nigel. You know, so many ball given away and errors, 11 of them for France, which it's just nothing to write home about.
Knock on, advantage is over.
Break on with Thomasin.
Fine. Don't handle it now.
Taken away though, Inigo. Switch by Gobelet into the hands of Denial. Junet. Inigo.
Knock on white, advantage.
Oh, that's a nice pass, wasn't it? I mean, honestly, what can we say? I mean, really, you know, well, you could have a try. You give it to the USA. Honestly, Alba Ladeja, what on earth's he doing?
An American football throw to the opposition.
The wrong side. I mean, they can do it. He can't.
Just have a look at those errors there.
Don't look at all those errors. It's
Two of
terrible.
the teams playing
That one's
right
about
now.
worth 10 errors. That was. He was so lucky, wasn't he? I mean,
Stay. Crouch.
I think it'd been one of the most
Fine.
ridiculous try I've ever seen for the opposition. Lucky it wasn't one. Vincent Inigo behind their own goal line. Candelon.
Knock
Right,
on.
Junet.
Advantage over.
Julien Janet set it up well. That was good. Real chance, perhaps an overlap here. Delmas, one of the quickest. Just held as he. Carlin Isles gets to him, but there's support, and it's finally a first try for Vincent Inigo in this tournament.
Well, take about Julien Janet, who did all the hard yards in his own 22
20 seconds.
in allowing that ball to be opened up on the width there. Presence of mind there from Delmas as well, just to hold off as long as he could before he offloaded to Inigo. Vital score this for France.
Just 1 minute, 15 seconds to go, 2 points between it. United States, 2 points ahead at the moment. Time enough for France. But will the United States just hang on to the ball, to keep it possession? There's Carlin Isles. 10.13, 100 metres. That sounds pretty quick to me. Zach Test doesn't get it. Taken beautifully by Gobelet. Jean-Baptiste Gobelet. He's a great winger for Biarritz. Inigo. Gobelet again. Hasn't been up very much on the action in this tournament. Now then, will they go for the penalty or not?
If you've got a good kicker, yeah?
26 seconds, I think I'd have a go at it, wouldn't you?
If I had a
No,
good
they
kicker.
haven't. If there's a kicker. Where's Albadejo? He's gone. Yeah, good point.
Fine, you missed your chance.
Here's the chance still. Oh, here's a break. It's gone away, and indeed it's Albadejo. He didn't kick. He got the try.
Well, his second try then of this match, and the French are absolutely down and out. Despite the fact that they're going to win this match and contest the Shield final. This was the little dummy there. There's the pass. And unfortunately, the United States just being slipped past.
A real disappointment for the USA, losing every game. But for France, they're into the Shield semi-final. Well, they won't say they did so well this time, because last time it was the fourth in the cup, and now they will in the Shield final.